Hello everybody. If you want to read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 195, The Forgotten Library. In the heart of London, nestled between bustling streets and hidden alleyways, stood a peculiar building, the Forgotten Library. Its façade, adorned with ivy and weathered stone, whispered secrets to those who cared to listen. The sign above the entrance read, "The Curious Collection." Sophie, a young woman with an insatiable appetite for stories, stumbled upon the library one rainy afternoon. She pushed open the heavy wooden door, its brass handle cold against her palm. The air smelled of old parchment and memories. Inside, shelves stretched to the ceiling, their wooden spines sagging under the weight of centuries. Dust motes danced in the slanting sunlight, revealing titles that defied logic. Whispers of Forgotten Stars, Chronicles of Lost Dreams, and the Language of Moonlight. Sophie's eyes widened as she explored. She pulled out a leather-bound volume, titled The Enigma of the Seventh Key. Its pages crackled as she turned them, revealing cryptic symbols and faded maps. The librarian, an ancient man with silver hair and twinkling eyes, appeared at her side. "Curious, aren't they?" he said, his voice like the rustle of autumn leaves. "Each book holds a piece of forgotten magic." Sophie nodded, entranced. "Why are they hidden away?" "Because," the librarian said, "the world has forgotten how to listen. These books yearn for readers who can hear their whispers." He handed her a brass key. "Unlock the mystery, my dear. Seek the seventh bookshelf." Sophie followed the narrow aisle, counting bookshelves until she reached the seventh. The key slid into the lock and the shelf swung open, revealing a hidden chamber. Inside lay a single book, an unassuming volume titled The Lost Lullaby. Sophie settled into a warm armchair, the book cradled in her lap. The first page held a delicate script, inked in midnight blue. In the forgotten corners of dreams, where moonbeams kiss the night, lies the lost lullaby. It sings of ancient forests and star-kissed lakes, of whispered promises and broken oaths. As Sophie read, the words wove a spell around her. She saw a girl named Elowen, her hair the colour of chestnuts, standing on the edge of a cliff. Elowen's eyes held the weight of centuries, and her voice carried the melody of forgotten ages. Elowen sought the lullaby stone, a gem said to hold the power to mend broken hearts. Guided by cryptic verses, she journeyed through enchanted forests, crossed silver rivers, and faced trials that tested her courage. On her quest, Elowen met a mischievous sprite named Thistle, who rode dragonflies and laughed at the moon. Thistle whispered secrets about the lullaby stone. "It lies where the first tear met the earth, where sorrow birthed hope." Sophie turned page after page, lost in Elowen's world. She felt the dew-kissed grass beneath her feet, tasted the sweetness of wild berries, and heard the haunting lullaby carried by the wind. As the story unfolded, Sophie wondered if she, too, could find the lullaby stone. Perhaps it existed beyond the library's walls, waiting for someone to listen, to hear its forgotten song. The librarian appeared, his eyes twinkling. "Did you find the magic, my dear?" Sophie nodded, her heart full. "But where is the lullaby stone?" He leaned closer. "Ah, that's the mystery, isn't it? Some say it's hidden in plain sight, waiting for a seeker with ears attuned to whispers." Sophie closed the book, its pages warm against her fingers. She knew her quest had just begun, to find the lullaby stone, to mend what was broken, and to keep the magic alive. And so, in the forgotten library, Sophie became a listener, a keeper of stories, a weaver of dreams, and a seeker of lost lullabies. Vocabulary notes. Façade, noun, The front exterior of a building often characterized by its appearance or design. Example from the story. Its façade adorned with ivy and weathered stone, whispered secrets. Peculiar, adjective. Unusual, strange, or distinctive in a way that catches attention. Example from the story. Stood a peculiar building, the forgotten library. Spines, noun. The backs of books where the pages are bound together. Example from the story. Their wooden spines sagging under the weight of centuries. Cryptic, adjective. Mysterious, puzzling, or difficult to understand due to hidden meaning. Example from the story. Revealing cryptic symbols and faded maps. Enchanted, adjective. Under a magical spell or having an otherworldly quality. Example from the story. Eloin's world. She felt the dew-kissed grass beneath her feet, tasted the sweetness of wild berries. Sprite, noun. A small supernatural being or spirit, often mischievous. Example from the story. Met a mischievous sprite named Thistle who rode dragonflies and laughed at the moon. Cryptic verses, noun phrase. Secret or mysterious lines of poetry or writing. Example from the story. Guided by cryptic verses, she journeyed through enchanted forests. Attuned, adjective. In harmony or alignment with something, especially regarding perception or sensitivity. Example from the story. Waiting for a seeker with ears attuned to whispers. Lullaby, noun. A soothing song often sung to children to help them sleep. Example from the story. The Lost Lullaby. It sings of ancient forests and star-kissed lakes. Melody, noun. A sequence of musical notes that form a pleasing tune. Example from the story. Her voice carried the melody of forgotten ages. Story written by Copilot AI. Images created by Copilot AI. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you.